Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 2, playing as Haiti. We're actually getting close to the end of our game. We're in the year 1923, and I think it ends in 1930 something. I actually don't remember exactly when, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. But yeah, it's been a little while since I recorded the last episode, so hopefully I can kind of remember where we were at. Overall, maybe not necessarily the most exciting game. I think I've learned a little bit. There's a few things that I definitely missed out on that I think I just misunderstood. One of the things that I misunderstood was how the colonial power worked. And I think just to kind of experiment a little bit and understand a bit more, I'm going to come over here. Is it maybe like frigates or something? Like one of these things I think gives you like colonial power, and I'm not sure which one. You know what, let's build a couple frigates, just to say. Just because, why not? We're going to see what this does for us and kind of go from there. We've got some money. I think it's actually ships that gives you colonial power. I'm not sure. The colonial power is not... We're not a second-ranked nation or great power yet, so we have no colonial power. See, I don't know how the colonial power works, and I don't know that there's like a way for us. I mean, obviously we can't colonize anything now because pretty much everything that could be colonized is colonized, so it's not really going to happen. But I was hoping we can kind of see maybe some of our colonial power pop up a little bit so we can understand if, you know, how it works before we got to the end of the game. But go ahead and unpause, get it up to speed 3 for now. Or is there like technology? I need to look that up, I guess. You know what? Let me look that up real quick while we're kind of sitting here. Let's see here. Close out some of these other windows. Victoria. Oops, sorry about that. Alarm going off. Victoria 2 colonial power. How to increase colonial power. Let's see here. Building ships helps. Adding commerce raider added 8 to my colonial power. This is just on the Paradox forums. Adding naval bases helps too. Okay. Interesting. I'm sure other people already know this, but it's just, like I said, it's not very clear. And I think there's a tech that we need as well. Let's see. To colonize, the colony must both be within the nation's reach and at or over a nation's minimum life rating. I'm not sure kind of what that means. I guess we'll figure that out as we get there. I know there's some ways we can convert it to states after we have some, more bureaucrats of our culture, things like that. But obviously that's a long ways away. Colonial power. Frigates give us 2. Man of wars give us 5. Commerce raiders give us 8. Wow. Okay. So working our way up the ship thing would actually get us more colonial power. And the life rating apparently plays a role as well. Interesting. All right, we're going to go ahead and build a couple ships just to see what it does. And really kind of go from there. As I tab back into the game. There's things like nationalism and imperialism apparently that jump in there that help us out as well. Not sure where those would be, or do we already have those? Culture and political. Culture. Ah, down here. Colonial migration. Oh, we're gonna keep going at it. We'll see what happens once we get a couple of these ships up, just to kind of play around with it a little bit more. Wish I'd understood that colonial power, obviously, from the beginning of the game, because that would have been a nice way to expand ourselves a little bit earlier on. Alright, so we're getting some more militancy and stuff like that. No huge deal necessarily. At least one of those ships is getting built now. Fascist trade unions. Become more fascist. We'll just leave them be. It's going to be fine. Working on synthetic polymers right now, which is going to get us more supply limit and stuff. Okay, fair enough. Guess we'll go up to speed 5 while we're kind of just cruising through some of the stuff here. Bankrupt factories. Do we want to turn on any of these factories yet? I mean, we got a lot of craftsmen right now. This factory right here appears to be incredibly profitable. So I think one of the things we do want to do is expand that factory a bit, because we do have plenty of workers for that factory. This factory here is still getting built, as is that one. More tax efficiency, perfect. I thought the major was a lady suffragette. A well-known and respected member of our military establishment has today published an opinion editorial in the Port-au-Prince Courier, one of Haiti's leading dailies, in what has been described as the biggest career blunder in the decade. The general has advocated the inclusion of women in the workplace, in factories and businesses, arguing primarily that their inclusion and protection under law would only amount to a confirmation of the already established de facto state of women being employed. The legal status of women in the workplace obviously needs to be regulated. This man clearly has no future in the Haitian army. What? I mean, I can gain a bunch of prestige that way. But no, I mean, that seems ridiculous that we would regulate women in the workplace. So I'll go with that one. Even though the other one probably ultimately would have been better for us. A renowned Haitian suffragette has published a book on what can best be described as the subject of feminist theory. And the book is getting a fair amount of attention both nationally and attention to commend the book. We gain some prestige, or denounce the book. We'll commend the book. There we go. We got some of the prestige back for some of our actions there. Oh, we got a rebellion now. Pretty small rebellion, so we should be able to grab our guys. Actually, let's come over here to our budget. Let's go ahead and raise up some of our costs for that. We'll go ahead and raise these up for now. And that's okay for now. And you guys, go ahead and board the ship. Looks like not all of you will board, but that's okay. The rest of you just come down here. A force feed? No, let's not force feed anybody. That would be ridiculous. Let's just wait till we get ourselves a little bit higher up on the supply. It's not like we got to jump on this guy right away. Could bring over the other unit, but 12 is probably fine. You know, since we do have extra units, we probably should go ahead and build up a couple more transports while we're here. Let's build a couple more transports. Just so we can carry our whole army around at any point in time. Alright, go ahead and jump on those guys. Should be an easy battle. Done. Come back up here. Get on the ships. Come home. So that didn't really give us any colonial power yet. I mean, I don't know if there's anything specific that we're supposed to do to get colonial power. Alright, let's go back over here and read again. Plus 100 from the technology post-Nelson thought. Plus 30 for each naval base built in a core province. Plus 20 for each additional level on a naval base. So we're actually getting very little from our frigates. So we would get a lot more from like naval bases and stuff. And then of course the post-Nelsonian thought. From improved technology. I have no idea where that's at. Listed as from improved technology. Yeah, I have no idea. It's not one of these other ones that we've already got, is it? Right to man. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's not very clear. But we could build some naval bases. I mean, that'll get us something, I suppose. Why not? Let's go ahead and come over here. Let's, guess we can't expand you. Can't expand you. Maybe we can't build navy bases. We can expand that one. We'll have to build up the naval base technology to be able to build some more, I'm assuming. Which we'll pick that up next time, just to see. Woman caused a scandal at a Haitian university by being there. By being there, huh? The woman has enrolled at one of our institutions of higher learning, and the event has caused a fair amount of scandal among local conservatives. Throw that willy-nilly out of my institution of power. Okay, no. Yeah. Lockout. Yes, we have trade wars, production. You tell me about organized labor. Say it's unconstitutional. Sounds fine to me. We're up to 48% literate. That's pretty good. Chimney sweepers. The hard work that the city's young chimney sweepers perform has outreached many, and a committee has been formed to tackle the rough working conditions. So many pop-ups. All the pop-ups. Sure, whatever. Let's check the factors for a second. So this one's almost done leveling up. Apparently our fascists are not happy with us. That's 10. Very small. Get you guys over there. Get you guys are grouped up. You guys, not group. Let's get you guys on the ships. Most of you guys can get on there. Stamp down these rebellions pretty quickly. I don't really care. Just denounce the campaign. I'm just kind of picking at this point. Too many pop-ups. Oh, wow. Let's drop our troops off because we're about to get ourselves killed. Why are you guys not going anywhere? I'm confused. What is going on? I have troops on the ship. Okay, fine. And they're all revolting right now. Let's jump on. Actually, let's go ahead and get on the ships. Let's come group up with those guys. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on you guys. Stamp down a few of these rebellions. Apparently we are now fascist, I guess, or something. Party fascist, yes. We also have a new technology. Naval bases. Where do we get naval bases? Naval build time. That was Clipper Shipyard. Naval bases max level. Oh, wait. You can group over there. Come on, carry weight. Land for a second. Now you guys can all get on. There we go. Percentage of people that support free press gain some militancy. People are very militant. Naval base max level has gone up. Still can't expand it everywhere, apparently. You are already expanding. You can expand. Oh, it's only one per state. Okay, so we already got the one that we have. Okay, that makes sense. So Maracaibo and Port-au-Prince. Yep, still not getting any colonial power, so I'm obviously still missing something. %100% fascist at the moment. We're still got technology coming through. I'll keep going down this for now, because I'd kind of like to see if the naval base thing will kick in at some point. Yeah, I don't... again, like I said, I'm missing something about this. Let's see here. I mean, obviously, again, we're not colonizing anything, but I figured it would at least tell us the colonial power that we have. There are 3 stages to colonization. Now, it definitely says colonization is now a much more involved aspect of the game in Heart of Darkness. To build a potential colonial empire, a nation will need a strong navy and the right technology to allow them to expand into inhospitable areas, which is fine. There are 3 stages. Expedition. To colonize, the colony must be both within the nation's reach and at or over a nation's minimum life rating. Seeing an expedition will tie up a base of 100 points of colonial power. But how do we get colonial power? Colonial power is given +1 from the technology post-Nelsonian thought. Listed as from improved technology. This serves as a base for all secondary great powers. Of course, you get different colonial points per supply power, and you get more efficient. Like ironclads are very efficient colonial power per supply weight, I should say. Which is the thing, you know, you gotta take that into account apparently, but ironclads are the most efficient ship class with 4 colonial power per supply point. However, they are expensive to build and take a long time to finish and can't be constructed overseas. Thus, they are only viable for countries which have many non-overseas naval bases and high preparation time. Countries with few home naval bases or little time to prepare should focus on building monitors instead. Cruisers, battleships, and dreadnoughts become available much too late to affect the colonial race and are also by far the least efficient ships. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it was a lot easier in the base game in A House Divided, apparently. Like I said, obviously I'm not planning on colonizing anything, but I was hoping we'd at least get some colonial power, so I'd at least know that that's how it works, and that way I know for future reference, but it does not seem that that's what's happening right now. Are there any other ships that we could build right now? Or some technology we could research? We can come down here to the allow ironclads or something, maybe. Get some better ships or something. Oh, that one was done fast. Wow. Now, some of these technologies are very quick. All right, so there's iron steamers. Now we won't have the technology for ironclads or monitors yet because we need to get the sub technology, but I guess the invention specifically. Alright, so there's that. And again, I don't know where that other thing is that it was talking about. To me, it would seem like it would be like a cultural thing. But I don't see anything like that. Let's head down to nationalism and imperialism. I feel like that's somewhat involved, but that seems pretty far to have to go for any type of colonization, because obviously you would have to be able to colonize early game, and that's, you're not going to wait till you get that far down. Mechanized fishing vessels. Oh, more fishing productivity, which I don't think we have any fishing productivity, but that's interesting. There's some commerce raiders. Commerce raiders are actually supposed to be very good early game. Torpedo boats. We're actually making a lot of money right now. There's a rebellion. Still very much 100% fascist. Stumped on those guys. I may start just evening it out a little bit. Let's get some of these other ones that are a little more evened. Show some unemployment. We're still building the liquor distillery, apparently, and the small arms factory, which is going very, very slow. Oh, no, that's a new one. Somebody else is building that one, not us. Okay, never mind. We still have a lot of craftsmen at the moment, so we're doing good there. I still would like to keep investing in this fuel refinery. Goodness, we are still doing really good on that one. Very large amount of money. And honestly, this one right here could also be expanded as well. It's not quite as much money, but it's still really good. We got plenty of people. So there's been... Okay, wait a minute. Mission to civilize. Minimum life rating. Colonial power. Okay. But again, we still don't have any colonial power, but... We are not a second-ranked nation yet. So what is a second-ranked nation? So second-ranked nation. Second-ranked nation is... I'm actually not sure. Obviously, great power, I understand. Those are the 8 normal great powers that we have. But second-ranked nations. Oh, the next 8. Ah, are secondary powers who have the ability to colonize. Gotcha. The final 2 ranks are civilized and uncivilized. So we are civilized. We've been civilized the entire game. We'd have to be up to rank 16 to be a second-ranked nation and be able to colonize. Okay, so we don't even get colonial power until then. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I'm understanding a little bit more now. That's rough, though. That means, like, we almost, like, need to colonize to be able to grow, but you have to grow to be able to colonize. So it's kind of a rough balance there. We're just going to keep evening out some of this research. Just because. Apparently we got attacked where our troops were. Now we're researching this stuff fast. I mean, I don't think the naval organization is going to come in, but we'll just do it. We're making a lot of money. Yeah, this fuel factory is just ridiculously profitable for us. That would have served us really well early on in the game. Oh, wow. We can have up to 12 troops right now. I mean, not that we're going to go to war with anybody right now, but because it's pretty late in the game, but like Colombia here. Are you still allied with people? Sure. You're allied with Mexico and Argentina. Are you... You're not protected by anybody, though. You're not sphered by anybody. So you have 22 brigades. I can only have 12. So you're going to be doing better than I am. So that's a thing. What about you? You are protected by somebody. Okay. What about you? You are allied with the United States, so that is a no-go. What about you, little guy over here? Still protected by the USA. Fair enough. You're protected by nobody, allied with nobody. Really? You have no troops. Well, let's justify war then. Conquest. Peru is justifying on Brazil. Alrighty, let's go back to army a little bit since we're about to go to war anyway. Some army organization, sounds good. Speed up our CB. I think when we get to about 80%, we will... Oh, it did cost us a little bit of infamy, but not too much, actually. Not too much at all. When we get to about 80%, we will go ahead and jump down there. Be ready to jump on them. Sure, we'll work something out. Oh, it's a typical comet thing. I love it. I say we're making a lot of money. We're making a lot of money for Haiti, like where we've been in the past. So this feels pretty good. You know what? Let's go ahead and, let's take advantage of our military stuff. And let's get some of these, like, better troops. Like Dragoons. Hussars. Dragoons look like they'd be pretty good. Get a couple dragoons. Guards. Let's get a couple of guards. And like an engineer or two. Their artillery. Just a little bit of everything. What are we up to? Okay, we're just doing research. I mean, those troops won't come in time for this war, I don't think. But if they don't have any troops themselves, then it won't matter. Okay, that's 80%. Let's grab all you guys. Do have a general. Should be good. Let's go ahead and jump on the ships. Let's run down here to just outside of Uruguay. Oh, now we get a rebellion. Pretty rough rebellion, too. Our troops are going to start coming in like at staggered rates right now. One thing I could do is mobilize, which I think puts them all in our home. Maybe. Not sure where our mobilized troops went. Oh, they're there. I know, this might be dangerous. Oh, did we get 98%? Alright, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's slow it down to speed 3. Alright, so we got that. You guys get over there. All right, so we did get enough troops built up just in time to take out these guys. All right, so there's our CB. Uruguay. Declare war. Conquest. Proceed. So, of course, if you watched any of my previous episodes, oh wow, I'm way over my time. Sorry about that. If you watched, just to summarize, if you watched any of my previous episodes, we should have had Uruguay a long time ago, and I was kind of silly and accidentally pieced them out with a white piece. So anyway, we're going to put a cut in here. Like I said, I'm way over my time, but we'll try and make some action happen here before the end of the game and go from there. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.